All right, so we're gonna do a quick review of the information on page 147. So if you're not there yet, go ahead and grab your book, pause the video, grab your book, open up your English book to page 147. Once you've done that, let's go ahead and follow along as I go through the material on page 147. In our studies of nouns, we will learn about three kinds of complements. We've got predicate nominatives, direct objects, and indirect objects, okay? Right now, don't worry about the direct object and indirect object. We've already done some of that in the past, but right now we're going to work with predicate nominatives, okay? So a predicate nominative is a noun or pronoun that follows a linking verb and renames or explains the subject. This noun or pronoun means the same thing or person as the subject. So we have our sentence here. Andrew is a boy. Andrew is the subject of this entire sentence. Is our linking verb, okay? And the word that follows, the noun that follows here, is what we call a predicate nominative. Now, we could call this a predicate noun. Predicate nominatives include both nouns and pronouns, okay? So this is what we call a predicate nominative, okay? Because Andrew is a boy, boy is renaming or is the same thing as the subject, Andrew. Let's continue. The term predicate simply means naming word, okay? That's what it means. In the predicate that refers to the subject. It is a predicate noun, however, we will use the term that includes nouns and pronouns, so predicate nominatives, as I was saying before. Our next sentence. Dwight D. Eisenhower was our president at one time, okay? Dwight D. Eisenhower is the subject, and then was is our linking verb. Now, the entire phrase at the end is our complete predicate. Was our president at one time is our complete predicate, okay? So don't mistake your complete predicate with your predicate nominative. Predicate nominative is referring to one word that refers back or renames or explains the subject. In this case, the word that renames or explains the subject, Dwight D. Eisenhower was president, okay? President would be your predicate nominative. President would be your predicate nominative because it renames a subject. It follows a linking verb and it renames, explains the subject. So it falls under all the guidelines of what a predicate should be, or what a predicate nominative should be. To test whether or not a word is a predicate nominative, try to replace the verb with the word equals, which is what we did here. Okay, so instead of writing our linking verb, we've substituted our linking verb with the word equal, and we're going to see if the sentence makes sense. So, Andrew equals a boy. Does that sentence make sense? It does, because a boy is renaming Andrew, so they're equal. Dwight, I didn't write the whole thing. Dwight D. Eisenhower equals our president. So we substituted the linking verb was for the word equals. So does this sentence make sense? Dwight D. Eisenhower equals our president. It does. So we know that both boy and president are renaming or explaining the subject, which makes them a linking verb. I'm not a predicate nominative, okay? Make sure you, in your sentences, and in most of the sentences you'll be working on the next page, which we'll do a lot of them together here in a minute, make sure you pay attention that what we're working with are linking verbs right now. We're not working with action verbs yet. We'll get into that with direct objects and indirect objects. Now, let's go to this part here. Predicate nominatives can never be in a prepositional phrase. Now, earlier this year, you were given a list of all the prepositions. If you don't have one of those, what I'll do is I'll probably add it onto the English. That way there's no confusion, okay? So I'm gonna add a list of prepositions. Not all of them, but a pretty lengthy list of prepositions. You have to memorize those, because when you see a preposition, that's what you're gonna use to set off your prepositional phrase. So if you look closely, we have a sentence. It says, he was a soldier in the war. Soldier is renaming he, so it's renaming the subject. Soldier is the predicate nominative, not war, because war is in the prepositional phrase. Predicate nominatives can never be in a prepositional phrase. So that's why it's important that you're able to identify prepositions and prepositional phrases. And to help you with that, I'm gonna get a list of prepositions to you, hopefully posted by Thursday morning. or maybe later today. So keep an eye out for that. Predicate nominatives may be compound, so the new class officers are Bill, Sue, and Jean. Bill, Sue, and Jean in the sentence, and look closely, those are all renaming officers, okay? So all three of those names are predicate nominatives. Predicate nominatives are sometimes called subject complements because they refer back to the subject. Subject complements always follow linking verbs. Okay, so make sure you memorize your linking verbs. There's a list of it right there. I have no problem with you getting a little 3x5 card, writing your linking verbs down. That way you don't have to go back and forth in your book. So write those linking verbs down and make sure you use them as you work along, okay? In a minute, I'm gonna make another video, so go ahead and watch that video of page 148, okay? Thank you.